Hi, you're watching Women's Village TV. I'm Carol Omer and welcome to Conversations with Women who are making a difference.
So tell us, Carol, how did the project come about? We're really interested to know how we ended up with this amazing box of colouring in books that we're so familiar with.
It's with this agency that the books have their original history when I handwrote them. I was very fortunate in 2015 to get a publisher in America, Beyond Words, who are fabulous publishers. Last year I started to think I would really like the books to go back to the place where they began, which has always been in women's shelters. So we devised a crowdfunding campaign. It's called the Big Girls on the Move crowdfunding campaign, and then the under kind of pinning line to that is 20 boxes of colouring books into 20 domestic violence services. And the initial response to the campaign is fabulous. This is the first box of books that has been funded by the general public. And we need our partnerships. We know that it is that women will do the front line work that we do and the organisations that are run, but it is a partnership process to provide holistic support for women, that from the grassroots through to the developmental kind of things, this fabulous building here, the funding. So I'm just really, I'm really keen for these stories to be told across the media, so that then people who are sitting at home saying, well, how can I make a difference? Well, you will have a domestic violence service in your area. If you're in South Australia, there's regional shelters, and you can contribute by asking how. How can I be involved? What resources are you looking for, and that sort of thing. When we're out in our everyday life, people go, where do you work? And we say, a shelter, they go, oh wow, and they're interested, they want to know. And I often say, well, it's the Women's Village. That's what we work in. Yes, it's a domestic violence shelter, but it's a village of women caring for women.
We really think that there's so much energy out there within the corporate sector and also within businesses and service clubs and stuff, that we just have to open the door to men and women who actually, I think my belief and why the tables have turned for us is that we're open to it, but first of all, but also because they actually, with us, they can see exactly where their money's going.
You know, we've always believed in community with this agency and, you know, drawing in the community because we can't do it all alone.
That's right.
And, you know, just as your crowdfunding is involving the community, that's how this service operates. We involve the community to get things done.
And I think that that's a really special thing. So if we can harness that energy, and we can, we've proved that we've been able to, it hasn't been easy, but we've been able to do it.
So I think just people being able to contribute and seeing the impact, seeing the results, really gets us all back to the village. Yeah. So, like, you know, say the Women's Village can be at the centre of the larger community where people want to contribute resources. They want to, make life easier for women and children who are going through things, pets too.
And I also think, from, your colouring book and from a therapeutic process, within the shelter, it is a lot about the DV all the time. So it's about the counselling, it's about, the groups, it's about, so it really is, although it's holistic, a lot of it is around that heavy stuff, where this comes into, and the creativity and the programs that comes into it breaks that away. So although it's still therapeutic, it's therapeutic in a completely different way that they don't see and feel that it's just the DV, that it's just the hard stuff.
Yes.
It's complementary.
So it definitely is. So I think it's an amazing campaign, and I think that the women are going to really, really enjoy it.
And it breaks down barriers. You don't need to have language to colour in. You just sit there and colour in. And the conversation just flows, and it could be about anything and everything, and that's the beauty of it all.
And one of the things that I hear often is that women will say, I'm not creative. And as soon as they pick up that pencil, they just reconnect with creativity.
I think I was one of those girls.
And that's just the start.
And by my second colouring, I was like, hey, this is fantastic.
Well, congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
In pulling that off. And how lucky are we to have ended up?
I feel very much a part of this village.
Yeah.
I really feel
you are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You've been part of creating.
So I'd like to hand the books formally to for this fabulous domestic violence education centre, and for you, Jamie, to receive them on behalf of the agency, and
Thank you.
as a social work student here, to just to really acknowledge how fabulous this agency is as a stepping into your career. You know, there's so much to learn here and grow here. So thank you, and thanks to all the team.
Oh, thank you, Carol.